Hey peeps, happy Sunday. Literally, as I press go live, the giant pigeon has arrived. It's absolutely peeing it down with rain outside, so he's looking really bedraggled. Yeah, poor pigeon. But he's staring at me. Why must you always stare at me? Oh, just had an email to say that Kittenish Behaviour has gone live, so that's good. That's good because we are in the middle of a thunderstorm at the moment, so the internet may not play ball. We shall see how long it will last for. So, how is everybody? Caroline has left a message. She says, happy Sunday, Sian and Peeps. Hi, Caroline. How are you? I know I'm early. I'm 10 minutes early today. I am early because I am going to be finishing at around about 1 o'clock today. So, yeah, Lynn's here. She says, it's alive. Yes. Tristan says, good morning. Moran says, hello from Israel. Good afternoon. Hello, welcome. How is everybody? It's really weird being in here by myself. The last 2 weeks I've had Peeps, and today it's little me, just little me. So, yeah. It has been so lovely seeing everybody over the last couple of weeks, doing the first retreat in 2.5 years. Some of the people I hadn't seen for 3 years. Oh, it was nice. It was so nice, so lovely. And I've already released the dates for October. There are 5 sewing spaces left on that only, and I have already got people booking in for May next year. I do need to just clean my glasses. I don't know how my glasses always get so filthy, but they are always messy. So I'm just going to clean those. I can't see a thing now. There's absolutely zero chance of being able to read the chat. There we go. Oh, I've got a hair in the way. That's better. So Annette, oh gosh, Anna Ace says 1990 says hi. Hello, welcome. Trisha says hey peeps. Caroline says I'm good. The weather has been yuck this morning. It has indeed. I've also got an eyelash that is making a bid for freedom. There we go. That's better, I think. We shall soon see. So yeah, I still have my giant pile of Cobra Corsage projects that need doing. There are 2 shirts, 2 shirt dresses, and then the 9076, which I will be making into a sew-along at some point. I'm going to get all those finished by the end of May and then hopefully start on my leafy collection. I was given some amazing fabrics for my birthday. Would you guys like to see? Would you like a sneaky peek of my birthday treats? Because I was very spoiled. Crockett TP says, morning. A skunk sprayed outside the outside at an insane hour. Been awake ever since thanks to the smell. Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing. I have never experienced a skunk smell. I'm very pleased about that. Right. I have a giant pile of fabrics to show you because I have been thoroughly spoiled. I have some more coming as well. Like, look at this. Totally spoiled. The top one was actually bought by me from the Stitching Almas when I took the retreat peeps up to the Stitching Almas for like as a way to finish off the retreat. It was really nice actually. So Crockett TP, I want to say Priscilla. Have I got that right? I don't think I have. I think I ask you this every week, and for some reason yours is the one that will not stick in my brain. Box 3D says hi. Hello, welcome. Caroline says yes please to having a look. Lynn says yes. Joe says good morning. Crockett TP says Priscilla was correct. It has got into the brain. Yay. I really ought to write my cheat sheet down, wouldn't I? Kathleen says good morning from Illinois. You look marvelous today. Thank you. I have makeup on. I actually have some makeup on and have done my hair. It's getting quite long. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go back and have it cut into a bob. Like, I should probably stick it all in my turtleneck and see if, because that will help, won't it? What do you guys think? Can't decide if I want to do the bob thing again. Now that I've grown my fringe out as well, it's kind of like, so it would be an all one length kind of bob. What do you think? Jane says, hey peeps. Hi Jane. Are you back in the UK? I think you are, aren't you? Bet you wish you were in Saint-Tropez right now. I wish I was in Saint-Tropez. Michelle says, good morning, gorgeous peeps. Sian, loving your hair today. What have you done different? It's stunning. Bob works too. I have literally just straightened it, which I do very, very infrequently because I always feel that it's kind of a bit just limp when it's straightened. I much prefer it with some like floof in it. And as you know, I've been kind of thinking about doing the curly girl method, but for once it's not completely like nothing at the ends. It's kind of still the same thickness the whole way up and down. I have got quite a lot of hair, but it's not thick, so I'm thinking that I might just keep growing it because I do enjoy wearing it up, and it would be nice to have the option to wear it up. But I do like the bob. Is the photo I've used for the beginning for the hangouts, that picture with the fringe kind of over on the side. I do quite like that. Oh yeah. Kathleen says that's cute. Jane says loved your red bob. Oh yes, me too. Me too. That really kind of really short one. That one, that's a lot of work. Fox 3D says yeah, bob seems like it would look awesome. Priscilla says the bob is cute. Love long hair though. Yeah. Jane says I'll be going back in 3 weeks. Lol. Do you want a stowaway in your hand luggage? I mean, not that I'd fit in hand luggage, but yeah. Joe says Bob would be cool. Are you still trying to embrace the curls? Yes, but this last couple of weeks I have not been trying anything because of just the hectic schedule that I've had for the last 2 weeks. So I haven't done any kind of like, you know, there just hasn't been time for hair. It's all just been scraped back up and that's been fine. Marta says, hello, I'm into the bob idea. It looks cute. Yeah, I like it. It is a lot more hard work. When it's long like this, I can throw it up. So it definitely needs dyeing. There's a lot of grey up there. So that needs to get done at some point as well. Tristan says, I think the bob is such a flattering cut. Thank you. As he says, good morning, all, Sian. You look great. Loving the look. Thank you. So I'm kind of layered and warm today. Layered and warm. This is my viscose linen 8577 from, the fabric was from Stitch Fabrics, M Rosenberg at one of the shows. Mum has the same one, but hers is kind of more burgundy and mine's got teal in it, which works perfectly. Mum made exactly the same dress from it as well. I copied her. Michelle says, I have the same kind of hair, fine but a ton of it, and very curly. Humidity in Bermuda makes straight hair a challenge. I do modified curly girl method. Yeah. Megan says, good morning, Sian and peeps. You seem to be able to pull off blonde, red, brown, curly, straight, bobbed, long. It all works. Lucky. Haha. Thank you. Thank you. I think it is the having green eyes and naturally pasty skin kind of makes everything work. I do think I love being blonde. It is just so much hard work, and I do think I look better blonde with a tan. But yeah. Trisha says, remember to hit the like button, peeps. Yes, 58 of us and 12 likes. Please do hit the like button. It really does help. Debbie says, hi peeps. Hi Debbie. Yvonne says, morning everyone. Good morning. Debbie's booked onto the October retreat as well. It's going to be the usual crowd, which I'm very much looking forward to. Jennifer says, good evening from in Australia. Good evening. Claire says, good morning, Sian and peeps. Good morning. So yes, this first one is I bought a couple of bag fabrics from the Stitching Elmers, but Rachel picked this one up. It's actually called chicken wire, but it was on the B. They put their fabric into sort of colours and themes, which I really like. I really do like how the Stitching Elmers is set out, and I do think it's going to become a tradition at the end of the retreats to all kind of like make a little pilgrimage up there, because you end up on the north of the island, so kind of good for all the ferries and also fabric. Yeah, Rachel picked this one up first. Rachel's currently in the Algarve, which is a lot nicer weather than it is here. Not remotely jealous. and I thought it looked like a honeycomb. Like I said, it's called chicken wire. I've got 1.5 meters of it. It's a quilting cotton. I am going to make a shirt with it, and I was thinking about embroidering a bee, but I think I might see if I can find like an embroidered bee brooch for it, because if I do embroider a bee on it, it kind of then starts limiting it sort of with what I would want to wear it with, whereas if I had an embroidered bee brooch, then it would be more versatile. At least that's how it works in my head. And I really like the ones that Bianca from the Closet Historian has been doing. They are a lot bigger. I have a text message. No, I don't. Somebody has liked one of my text messages. That's exciting. Let me see. So there is this other Russian lady, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember her name. But she does these, yeah, it's not coming up. She does these amazing like little embroidered moths and bees and stuff, and so I'm kind of thinking like a little fuzzy bumblebee would be really cute on this, but it's going to be a cropped tie front shirt with a big collar. So that's that one. The very lovely Debbie got me this one. I have no idea why. I just, you know, random, very random for her to pick this print for me. Can't think what were you thinking, Debbie? What were you thinking? And I think there's 3 meters of it. It's a cotton lawn. I don't know where it's from. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I can't point you in the direction of getting any for yourself. But I'm going to put it into the leafy stash, because it needs to go into the leafy stash to be made up very, very soon. If it'll fit in here. Might not fit in here. Oh, no. Here we go. So, yes, they've all been washed and they're now being put away. So the very lovely Rachel got me this, which is one of the lining fabrics from Fabwork Mills. And I sent her a picture of some fabric that I thought she should buy for a lining, and she happened to be working in the area the next day, so she went and looked at it in person and bought some, and she saw this at the same time and she got me some as well, which is very kind of her. She also got me some very cute monstera leaf earrings, which are bright green, which is why I'm not wearing them today, but they are very, very cute. So this one was from Rachel. Thank you very much. So this is going to go in the lining stash. If it will fit. Where? Sort of fits. It'll be fine. Oh, Mum's come down with the umbrella. 2 secs. Oh, I've got an umbrella by the window, by the door. Let me go and rescue that before it falls over while she opens the door. Oh, careful, your drink. Come on, baby. I had an umbrella as well, and I thought it might end up with it falling out. Suze, in! It's cold! Quick! Come on, baby. She might want a wee before she comes in. She's voluntarily staying in the rain. It's very strange of her. Let's see. So Caroline says hi to Debbie. Joe says, I've been doing a semi-CGM for the past few weeks and I'm actually quite enjoying it. Doesn't look great every day, but I am getting better at it. Curly girl method. I was going to ask what CGM was. But curly girl method, of course. Cool. That's really cool. I think I know it's a lot of hard work. So I think it's one of those things where you have to kind of find something that works for you and work with that. Sal says, good day, Sean and Peeps. Hi, Sal. Leslie says, hi, Sean and Peeps. Hello. Monica says, good morning, Sean. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Anna's here. It was 8 days ago that I was last on the Isle of Wight. I know. And I have a giant stash of fabrics here to show you guys from the very lovely Anna as well. The box of chocolates Erica and I devoured in about 2 days. Mum's here. Mum's made clothes. Does anyone recognise this fabric? It was a dress. It was actually the stuff that Rachel got me from Walton's that I completely then forgot about at the October retreat. I'd paid for it. She handed it over, but because everything was going on, I completely forgot where it came from. So it was this mystery fabric in my stash. It's a Vogue shirt. Yes. Was that on purpose
I
designed?
designed, yes.
Very nice.
Yes. I thought it was a bit boring to go straight down.
Yeah. It's very, very nice.
Thank you very much,
So-
Rachel, then. And we're not quite sure whether it's polyester. I think it might be.
I think it might be, but it presses so well.
It's really nice.
It presses so well. So that's why I'm kind of thinking it might not be polyester. But no, I paid for it. Rachel just delivered it all the way from Yorkshire.
Thank you.
So she's not here. She's in the Algarve.
Oh,
I know.
lucky girl.
They've got a villa.
Can I just say thank you to Anna?
Of course.
Oh, Anna, thank you. You're very wicked.
The black
Danny and I are sharing the black magic.
The black magic box of chocolate.
Lovely.
I got two.
And
I got two.
Yeah.
I came down last night and they'd actually left my favourites, the dark raspberry and the dark chocolate orange. And Dad was like, "There's none left." I was like, "There's two left." And he was like, "Yeah, but they're coffee." I was like, "No, they're not." I was like, "What about the next layer?" And Dad was like, "There's another layer." I was like,
and he ate coffee because he thought,
"Oh dear."
right.
Debbie says, "I have no idea why." Yeah, no, I don't know why Debbie bought me this fabric. I really don't know why Debbie bought me this fabric. It's strange.
Can't imagine.
No. So I also gave Mum the offcuts from my. Actually, I've made the exact same dress with both of the fabrics that she's got the offcuts from, and I had 5 meters of both. So this is the navy one, crinkle viscose from Stitch Fabrics.
So it should work.
So technically it should work. So, and I've got Mum the correct interfacing out this time. She used my coat making interfacing for the current blouse she's wearing. So this is the Australian one. It's like a flag of surrender at the moment. So yes. Hayley says good morning. Good morning. Nimoy says hello everyone. I'm popping in early before today.
Hello.
It's as a latish lunch. Very nice. Red Evie says hi together. Trisha says leaves for you. Very strange. I know, right? Nimue says sending you some of our sunshine. Yes, please. It's absolutely peeing it down out there. Debbie says hi Caroline and Anna. Caroline says hi Jane, love the shirt. Anna says yay, hi Jane, have been busy scrappy quilting. Oh, awesome.
Oh, you must show us.
Yes, please
I
put
need
them up in
pictures.
Please put them up in the Peeps group because Mum ran a quilting course on the last afternoon of the retreat, and both Anna and Debbie did it, and it was really fun actually because they were going through all of our scrap bags of fabric. So the really big pieces kind of go into the scrap bags for the Peeps now, but then the ones that are not big enough for anything except quilting go into Mum's quilting stash. And so Mum's ended up with like drawers and drawers and drawers full of all these really pretty fabrics. And Anna had made a couple of blocks and I was like, oh, that's my dress and that's a skirt, and then I made this out of that, and so I filmed it for her as well because she came over and she was like, please film it. I was like, yes, no, of course. So we went through like all the bits that Anna had picked out in hers, and then Debbie was doing the same. Anna's were kind of like reds, the ones that I think I saw, and then Debbie's were all the kind of blue ones. So again with Debbie's it was like, oh, that's Dad's hearing aid wallet. Oh,
Anna did 4 different she got 4 different colour
sets. The ones that I
groups.
particularly remember was the red one with the trim pin, because it was the pretty gold trim pinned on it. So it was just like immediately my little magpie brain just went, oh, yes, it's shiny. Nimoy says very pretty shirt, Jane.
Thank you.
Trisha says hi Jane, love the blouse. Hayley says love the shirt, Jane. Megan says please tell Her Royal Highness the Quilting Queen how cute her blouse is.
Who's that?
That's Megan.
Oh.
And Anna says to Debbie, good day, hun. Leslie says hi Jane, lovely blouse. Anna says Jane, glad you enjoyed. I did think of you about the chocolates. Words are hard. I can speak today. Rebecca says hello everybody. Hi. Jane says hi from Bristol, dropping in briefly before I go to meet sketching friends in the rain. Grr. Ooh, I hope you keep warm. Rosanna's here. Hi everyone from Rosanna. You both look lovely. Thank you. Lynn says hi Mum, pretty shirt. And Pamela Pamisi, if I got that right, says hello lovelies all. So let me show you the fabrics that Anna has given me for my last 2 birthdays and my last 2 Christmas presents, because the PO box hadn't been set up and sorted out, but it is now. So she'd saved them all, which is very kind of you, Anna. Yeah. When I got my bag of goodies, I opened them. I was just like, oh my goodness. So this first one, Dad is trying to lay claim to, but nope, it's me, it's mine. I'm having this. I think there's 3 meters of all of them, and they are all viscose. I don't recognize any of the prints, so I couldn't tell you where you can get them. And if Anna may not wish to share her sources, because she comes up with some of the most beautiful prints ever. So it's this one. I kind of think this needs to be an Eve dress. I mean, because there's 3 meters of all of them, so it'd be really easy to turn them all into Eve dresses. But this one is particularly beautiful. But yeah, Dad saw this one and immediately went, shut! It's like, no, Father, it's mine. So I do sometimes share fabric with him. I have done in the past, but it's not a frequent occurrence, and this is definitely for me. So that was the first one. Then we've got this very pretty red one. Well, red floral on a background with little blue centers to the flowers. Would you guys call these peonies? I don't think they're poppies. What would you call those flowers, Mum? They're kind of poppy shaped, but they're not.
I think they're peonies, yeah.
Peonies. Did I get that right?
I think you're right.
Excellent. Excellent. So again, I have 3 meters of this one, although I'm thinking I'm going to try and do something different with this one. They're all quite wide, so I could possibly do a long-sleeved Eve dress with this. I don't need them in any more Eve dresses, do I? But they are so pretty. Now this one, Mother saw and went, oh, look, it's for me.
It's definitely my colours. You've encroached on my colours.
I know, Mum's very upset about this because I won't share. Does the dog want to go out? Is it sure about this?
Not for long, I shouldn't think.
No, she'll be scratching on the door again.
Sorry about the noise.
So there's this one. There was, we need to WD-40 that door or something, don't we? So there's this one. There's 3 meters of this. Again, absolutely gorgeous. I love all the colours in the leaves. Like there's some pinks in the leaves, and then there's some like light blue and yellow in it as well. It's really pretty, very unusual. And again, 3 meters of that one.
I don't think this is as
These
wide.
have all got.
I don't think this is as wide. I don't think I'm going to get them.
Are you going to have to do an Amelie blouse?
I think possibly.
I do have, just to check, some plain navy for you to do the collar with.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
But I would really like it to not turn into a, I have 4 meters of fabric and then Mum ends up using all of my 4 meters of fabric to make her blouse. I'd really like it to not turn into that if it was possible.
What, with your glue?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not going to be that much.
No, I know, but you say that every time and then suddenly it's like, oh,
there's a bit here.
Yeah, there's a full just over a meter of a fabric, and then
just see if the widths fit, it'll be all right.
The last one is this lilac, and these are hibiscus, aren't they? Do you think?
Yes.
I think they're hibiscus.
They're sort of not quite true form, but
well, no,
but
inspired by.
Yes, inspired
by. And again, 3 meters of this one, and I think this one 100% needs to be an Eve dress. Do you know what though? If I have enough of it, this might end up being a Doris dress because I have lengthened the Doris dress, and it needs to be a super wide fabric to get it out of 3 meters. But if there is enough of this one, it might end up being a Doris dress. But that was my last two Christmas and last 2 birthday presents from the very lovely Anna. So thank you very much, Anna. Thoroughly spoiled. Mum's muttering to herself. Right, where do we get to with the chat? Debbie says, I really enjoyed the quilting. Thanks, Jane. Mum's been paid now as well, so she can spend the money on whatever she would like.
It was fun.
It was, yes. I have also had a voucher from my baby Bother. He gave me a gift voucher, and I have bought 3 meters of a rust and cream polka dot viscose from the textile centre, which is on its way, and that's going to go really, really well with the remainder of the Savannah collection. Also, it'll go quite well with the leaves. It will go really well with the Anaconda Antithesis collection. That's going to be the winter collection as well. And the very lovely Charlotte gave me a £100 gift card for Lady McElroy Fabrics, and I am waiting for them to do a sale on their remnants because they have 2 fabrics that I want, the Elephant and the Chameleon and the Monteverdo viscose, and they have a remnant of 4 meters of the cotton lawn, Elephant and Chameleon, and a 3.3 remnant of the Monteverdo. And their sale at the moment is if you spend £60, you get £12 off, which I think works out at 20%. I think that's right. Which is a really good deal, but I would like I'd like them to do a remnant sale, like 20% off their remnants, because I might be able to squeeze in a third one. So I'm just waiting for that. And then Erica bought me some amazing chocolates. I have eaten all of my chocolate rocks. Her husband knit me a scarf, a Star Trek scarf, which was amazing. And Erica also very, very kindly gifted me the bag that she made at the retreat, the grey honeycomb and net.
She didn't?
She did. She gave it to me.
Why?
And she said, no, I was always thinking this one was going to be yours. I'm really glad you were so vociferous about liking it. And I was like, oh my God, I was kidding. She's like, I know you were kidding. But no, so she's given me the Annette bag that she made at the retreat, which is wonderful. So I have my very own lavender and twine handmade bag, which I'm very, very grateful for. So yes, I was thoroughly spoiled over my birthday. It was wonderful. Let's see. Caroline says to Anna, hi Anna, moved the picture of Renee this week. Pamela says correct. Yes, I got it right. Nimue says spread out over the week. I've been sewing the utensil bag I didn't get to before the retreat. Next time my scissors won't have to travel wrapped in my slippers. Nice. Very nice. Anna says to Caroline, hiya and thank you. Pamela says, so adorable that you and your dad share a love of tropical fabric. Yes, it is lovely, but it's also one of those times when I'll unpack a parcel of fabric that's arrived in the house and suddenly both my parents are like, whoa, is that for me? Like, no, it is not. It's all for me. But yes, Dad and I do have, he has a shirt and I have an Eve dress in the same fabric. That was supposed to be an Eve dress and a pair of beach pajamas for me, but he was very, very clear that he would like it for himself. So yeah. Have you got enough room?
Yeah.
You got enough room for the sleeves?
Yeah, because there's that and that.
And the collar?
I think so.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just about.
Like I say, I do have
A little bit.
navy, if you would like to do the collar in navy or something like that. Where did I get to? Caroline says, I have the lighter version of the peonies. They are pink. Ooh, pretty. Anna says to me, I did think that either your mama or papa might want to take some of the fabrics, hide them. I will. I'm going to have to, because I've come down a couple of times and found her rooting through my sash. So,
oh, not true.
It is true.
Not.
It is true.
Not true.
It is true. Usually for solids, which there are not many of in my stash, but she's usually rooting through there for solids. I don't think it's directional, so you might be able to turn that one the other way.
Isn't it directional?
I don't think so.
I was trying to keep them on the same level, but
Megan says to Caroline, I bet that's beautiful too. Roseanne says, oh, beautiful fabric, not envious at all. I know, how spoiled am I? I'm going to have to reorganize my viscose stash though, because since I've taken like a bunch of stuff out of it to put into the collections, it's kind of gotten a little bit squished and sad over there, and it's no longer in color order. So I'm going to have to take them out and reorder them, which will be very fun to do. Might do it today actually. What's the time? Got plenty of time. I've got 40 minutes. Rebecca says, hi Sian, got inspired by all your beautiful Eve dresses and great review and made my first a couple of days ago and wore it yesterday at a confirmation party. So pleased. Awesome. I love the Eve dress. I do think it is a very beautiful dress, and I totally think you can either like wear it as like an everyday dress or dress it up as well. So
is that the next one for me to make?
You need to make the Doris dress.
Doris.
That's one, the white one with the flowers on that I wore to one of the days of the retreat. You tried it on.
Oh yeah.
There was very little that we needed to do to it to make it So I think that was the one that you liked. Haley says, very pretty fabrics. I agree the first one should be an Eve dress. Yeah, me too. It's just too pretty not to be. And I need to do that one quickly so that Dad doesn't immediately take it and make a shirt out. Well, get Mum to make a shirt out of it. Although Mum's slowed down on Dad's shirt making. His fabric stash is at capacity at the moment, isn't it? So, mind you, so's yours, really. There is a little bit of room at the top.
I haven't got anything for him, have I?
Yeah, you've got loads.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
There's that red and black one, the one with the boats on it. They're under the jersey stash, not behind the door. You've got the sailboats that we got from Selvage and Bolts that James has got a shirt out of as well.
Where are you looking?
Where that red tapestry is that you made bags out of, underneath that.
Oh, over there.
Yeah.
Ah, down there.
The shelf underneath of it, yeah.
Yeah. Only two.
Yeah, and then you've got the Selvage and Bolts fabric with the boats on it. James has had a shirt out of it as well. Mum's stash is not organised in the same way mine is, so I don't know where she puts things and how because there's a lot of quilting fabric and dressmaking fabric kind of mixed in together because that's the space that she's got. So
I need more space.
Yeah, and there's an empty set of shelves next to it, and she keeps eyeing them up.
Yeah,
but that would really. I don't know if I would be able to cope with having. But no, I don't mind having the space. What would make me not be able to cope is having patterns and fabric in the same place. That would be what would freak me out. So we might have to rearrange it so that the patterns come down 2 shelves and then there's a spare shelf at the top that you could possibly have. That might make it slightly better for me rather than fabric in the middle.
I think I just need to use some of it. So don't worry.
Okay, well that's true too. You have your birthday coming up though.
Yeah. I want a watch, not.
Yes, but none of us can afford a watch for your birthday, so you're going to get something different.
You can get a reconditioned one. I need one. Mine's dying.
That was the dog wants back in. Was it a Christmas or a birthday present from James and I many years ago now?
Yeah. Birthday.
Yeah. Caroline says, I think I know Anna's sauce. Ooh. Megan says, rust and cream polka dot sounds reminiscent of Pretty Woman horse race dress. Love that fabric. It is. It's a viscose rather than a satin though. And that's what I was thinking is something like it would actually be a skirt and a top, probably my cow neck top. And that way it can look like the Pretty Woman dress if I wear them together. Or I could wear them as prints with my Savannah print. I think because it's a medium scale polka dot with a large scale leafy floral, I think they're going to work together really well. And it will also go with the Anaconda Antithesis as well. That's the plan anyway. Debbie says, oh, wow, that was so lovely of Erica. I know, right? I know. I mean, when I was stealing all of your bags, because I wanted to steal Debbie's as well, Debbie's was beautiful black and gold with clocks on it.
Very
pretty.
Yeah,
like, I know. Yeah, Anna's one was really unusual. I thought that was
lovely.
A really lovely combination of fabrics. I would never have thought to put them together, but it worked so well.
Yeah.
I haven't edited the staircase picture yet, guys, but I will do. Lynn's bag as well. She did the commuter tote in a calf facet and then solid coloured quilting cotton, and that was pretty. I wanted to steal everyone's bags. We'd line them up on the windowsill at the end of the retreat for the pizza night, and I was just like, take them all home. But yes, no, as much as I pretend that I'm going to steal your bags, I actually wasn't intending to. So it was very, very kind of Erica to actually gift me that, which was just lovely of her. Natalie says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Anna says to Caroline, from my friend's store, it might be possible other stores have similar, same. I have not seen any of these prints anywhere else. So yes, thank you very much, Anna. It's very nice to get new to me prints because I do spend a lot of time on fabric shops. Johanna's here. Hey Peeps from North Carolina. Good morning. Jessie says, what's your mum go-to men's shirt pattern? Well, it's one that we got from La Carla. There was actually a pajama shirt that mum has completely kind of basically rewritten and rejigged and redrafted the facings and stuff on it. And then she uses the instructions from the what's Colette's patterns? The Walden shirt, is it? The Negroni.
Walden. Yeah, Negroni.
Yeah. So she uses the instructions from the Negroni, but not the pattern. And the pattern was a Lacala one. Like I say, Lacala, if you haven't heard of it, is a pattern company that you put your measurements into, and then a few minutes later it spits out a pattern that's tailored for you. And you still do need to make some alterations, but it works really well for Dad because there's actually a video of Dad's shirt collection that Mum's made for him.
There is too much tummy,
and he has very specific requirements and then critiques of the shirts that get made, and it's a wonder Mum makes him any, to be honest. There's usually a good sort of space in between shirt making for Dad, isn't there? Because he will always come out with, so for the next one, have you thought about doing this? You can see Mum's like, I will throttle you. I shall actually do this. So yeah.
I will kill you.
Yes, but there is a video of the shirts that Mum has made for Dad, and I don't think you've made him one since I filmed that.
Probably not.
No. More than enough.
No.
Anna says to Mum, I think you need a new cozy building in your garden for all of your beautiful fabrics. Can you imagine telling Dad that we need an extension to the shed just to store the fabrics?
I don't think that would go down.
No. I'm actually being really good. I am buying a few fabrics. As I say, that I've had gift vouchers from James and Charlotte, and they will be spent on fabric, obviously, because they're, for fabric shops. But I haven't really been buying anything this year other than lining fabric, which I have needed for like the 8577 dresses need to be lined. So my intake of fabric, I'm trying to think if my last big fabric splurge was at the Gold Hawk Road in February, the February meetup. But like online fabric shopping, I have been much better behaved, which is very unlike me, as we all know. So I am trying to sew through my stash, and today's goal, if I get that done in a day, it would be a miracle. Well, it would be impossible, but this year's goal is to empty out 5 of these cubby holes. I've got 5 done already from last year, and they've now got patterns in them, and so I want to do another level where I get patterns in those as well, although I probably will put the patterns kind of over there because I do like having a background of fabrics. The fabric's going to keep migrating this way, but the idea is to sew through my stash. The idea. Marie says, good day from Long Island, New York. Good morning. Anna says, oh my gosh, mine was a mashup. How lucky there was a fabric store me and Debbie and Lynn went to first so that I could pick up some fabric, or my bag would have been handless. Yes, handleless. Yes. No, but the combination of quilting cottons that Anna used was really interesting, and it would never have been something that I paired together, but it worked so well. It was really, really nice. So yeah. Yes. Susan says, what are your favourite shops on the Gold Hawk Road, please? I'm going on Friday and never been before. All of them. Just do all of them. Like, there's something different in all of them all the time. There's a new one called Dazzle, which is probably the nicest organised, apart from Mizan. But Mizan is incredibly expensive, but it's another one that's beautifully organised. I love All Your Textiles. There's 2 of those. Go in both. They have different stocks in them. The Gold Brick and Gold Hawk Road fabric shops, again, it's 2 separate shops that are on the same side of the street, owned by the same family. They have beautiful things in there, and Gold Hawk Road Fabrics is the one that has the brilliant remnant bin that you get to rummage through. They also have a room of silk at the back. Classic Textiles is also, just go in all of them. Like, start at the Costa Coffee, work your way up one side of the street, have some lunch at either the cafe or Brewdog, and then work your way down the other side of the street. Just, make a day of it. Make a day of it. That would be my advice. I have got a video about Gold Hawk Road Survival Guide if you want to watch that for my tips and tricks about shopping on the Gold Hawk Road, because I do have some. But yes, enjoy. Not at all jealous. Michelle says, I'm sure anytime you need help, we peeps can make a pilgrimage to help use up the fabric. It's very selfless of you, Michelle. Very selfless indeed. Kathy says, good morning, Sean. Good morning. Anna says, are you planning another Goldhawk Road meetup soon? Yes, but probably not till after the Festival of Quilts. So probably maybe September, October time. Probably not till then, to be honest, because I want to save some money for the Festival of Quilts, and I really want to go and see M Rosenberg. And yes, so I won't be doing a Goldhawk Road meetup before August. For those that are interested as well, we have booked our tickets for the Festival of Quilts. We've booked the VIP passes. We haven't booked the one with the meal, but we have booked the bronze ones for the first day. I think it's Thursday the 18th.
Yes.
I will put it in my diary now if I haven't already. No, I have. Oh, no, I haven't. I have something else on the 18th of August, which I probably ought to delete. So, Festival of Quilts. Birmingham in EC. So, there we go. Add. It's an all-day event. Edit. All day. Done. Okay, and I will at some point delete the other thing out of my calendar. Yeah, so if anyone is interested and wants to come and hang out with us at the Festival of Quilts, it'll be there on the 18th of August in the VIP room. I highly, highly, highly recommend the VIP tickets. I think they're about £40.
Yeah.
And you get a dedicated cloakroom where you can store your stash as you buy it, and also your coat and bags and stuff. You get a dedicated toilet, you get a dedicated cafe as well, and you get guaranteed seating for breaks and for food. And Mum and I have been as both a VIP member and then as a press with press passes the following day. And the last one was probably not too bad because it was very thin on company because of panini times and things, but I would imagine that this year's will be slightly busier. So the first day is nice to go as well because there are first dibs at all of the fabric stores, but the £40, I think the regular tickets are 12.
Yeah, it's quite reasonable. Well, Quilting Guild give me 10% off,
but regular,
I think.
Just regular, I think it's about £12 for a regular just get in ticket. So the VIP tickets also get you dedicated entrance, so you don't have to queue to get in because there's usually a very long queue at the beginning as well. It's so worth it. It really is so worth it. Highly, highly recommend. And if you would like to come and join us, we will be there on the 18th of August. There'll be me, Mum, Big Bird. I think Big Bird's mum's coming.
Yeah. No, she's not. She's away.
Oh, is she on a cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
So yes, there will be me, Mum and Big Bird, and we tend to kind of sort of sit and have a bit of a coffee before the shops open. We'll then go off and do our own thing for shopping, and then we'll agree a time to meet back up for coffees and lunch and things like that, so that you get to do your own shopping, but then you get some company for those kinds of things. So if any of you guys would like to come, then please do book the VIP ticket so that you can come into the VIP area, and just let me know. So I'll probably put a pinned post in the Peeps group for the Festival of Quilts, just so that we know to keep an eye out for you guys as well. And it's always nice to show everyone like live fabric pulls, like at lunchtime. Look what I found. So yes. And I have spoken to Lady McElroy, and we are discussing me being there as a guest sales person on their stand for the Friday, Saturday and Sunday as well. So I might be there the entire time, which would be very exciting. Right, where did I get to? Caroline says to Susan, we go up one side, have lunch and down the other. Yes, the Goldhawk Road, that is basically the best way to do it. Trust me. Monica says, wore my first Butterick 6554 yesterday to my godson's first communion and felt like a princess. Cutting out a Marcel dress today. Nice. I do love the 6554. It is a nice ruffly dress. Susan says, thank you. I might have to take an empty suitcase and leave it at work to pick up each week. That's actually one of my things that I recommend, is a little wheelie suitcase, because if you plan on spending a lot of money, shoulder bags get very heavy very quickly. Ask me how I know. And unfortunately, at the Gold Hawk Road, there isn't anywhere you can go and dump them like you can at the Festival of Quilts. So a little wheelie case is actually on my list of recommendations. As I say, check out the video for the rest of them. Anna says to Susan, yep, I advise an empty suitcase. Ask me how I know. Yep. Claire says, ooh, lovely. My friend Melanie and I have VIP tickets for the Thursday. We will see you there. Awesome. Yay.
Who's that?
It's Claire. Have we met before, Claire, in person? I don't know if we have. Remind me, because we all know I have a memory of a sieve. So, yes. Caroline says to Anna, or a wheelie trolley, and Anna says to Caroline, haha, of just the largest, or just the largest lorry convoy. That's two. Danny's here. Hi all, popping in for a bit while doing a bit of sewing. Hello, Danny, welcome. And Anna says, or not of, yeah, or a convoy, a largest lorry convoy. Nimue says, food, we'll be back later. Awesome. Caroline says to Anna, if I can win the lottery first. Haha, yes. Some lucky sod did win the Euro Millions. One English ticket won the Euro Millions.
Wasn't it you?
It wasn't me. I did check, because I got a notification on my phone saying one lucky person has won the Euro Millions. And I was with Erica, and so I was like, was it me? Do you not have to go home tomorrow? And I checked, and it had nothing. Not even like 2 numbers, like nothing. No winning this time. I have got another one in my purse that I haven't checked yet. So I might still have won some money, but it's not 159 million. So yeah. I've also entered the Amaze £1 million house draw for the house in the Cotswolds. It supports the RSPCA, which I thought was nice. It was £10 for 25 tickets. And you can win a £3 million house, car, and 50 grand, which you're allowed to live in, rent out, or sell. Which I thought was it's a very nice house, very modern. So I probably would sell it, because I don't think I want to live in the Cotswolds, a little bit far away from mum and dad. They've just launched a new one, which is in Cornwall, which looks beautiful. That one I might keep. I mean, obviously, I'm going to win both of them, like, you know, obs.
Yes, as you do.
Yeah. Well, you got to think positive. Anna says to Caroline, yep, I have a few times, but only small amounts. The big one just needs to happen. Oh, good. Can you imagine if we won the lottery, the fabric shopping around the world that would happen? It would just be a tour of like worldwide fabric shops, souvenirs all round. Laura says, hello everyone, you are all keeping me company while I make a new stuffed animal, a leopard gecko. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I've somehow managed to end up with my table way further out than usual. I set it up for Erica, so Erica has been sewing on my machine. I was sewing on Mum's. Mum's is very nice, although Mum's desk is tiny. Don't know how she manages over there. No. I keep saying that she's a human tornado, but like, it's not surprising, because there's no place to not be tornado-like over there. So.
That's true.
Yes. Lisa says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Caroline says to Anna, we will have to take turns. Jenny says, hi, everyone. It's so lovely to join you all. Hello, welcome. And Anna is laughing at Caroline. Right, so do I try and rearrange my visco stash? Is it easily accessible? Let's have a look. How much time have I got? Oh, 20 minutes. Maybe I shouldn't get all the
Right, what are you up to?
I am going out for some drinks at
Oh,
1:30.
Wow.
Yes, I'm stealing the car. I'm aware that I've got to get it back.
Yeah.
Yes, Dad needs the car at 4.
Yeah.
So, yes. Right, viscose. Getting distracted. Easily done.
Come back in.
The dog is doing its best cat impression. She's never on the right side of the door. Come on, then. Viscose, viscose, viscose.
In you come. In you come. Good girl.
Where's the rest of it gone?
Very wet out there, isn't it? It's come on. I should come sit.
Not sure. No, I don't think I've got enough time in 20 minutes just to rearrange rearrange all that. Oh. So, yes, does anyone have any questions? I've run out of things to waffle about.
Yeah.
That never happens.
I don't believe it.
I know. My appointment at the pain clinic went well. They set me up with a whole bunch of appointments for other things. They do want me to try a bunch of drugs, which I'm slightly reluctant to because I've tried similar ones, but they were telling me that these ones are different versions of the ones I tried previously, and I ought to try and give them a try. So we shall monitor me very carefully for the first couple of days, see if they work. Yes, acupuncture. I'm going to be booked in for 6 sessions of acupuncture, which is all the NHS will cover. But if it works, I am going to find someone local or just pay the person that does it to continue doing it, because at this point, I am willing to have needles stuck into me, which is not something I ever thought I would say.
It must be desperate.
Yeah, you know that things aren't good if I am willingly having needles stuck into my face. The lady, the physiotherapist that was there as well, because there was it went on the floor, Mum. There's an anesthesiologist and the physiotherapist there, and she sort of was talking to me. She went, "Have you considered acupuncture?" And I was like, "I'm terrified of needles, but yes, I can keep my eyes closed, right?" And she's like, "Yes," and it's like, perfect. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed, touch wood. I'm just waiting for my referral letter that I have to go back to my GP with, so that's a bunch of fun. Caroline says, save the fabric move for next week. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do next Sunday, actually, is kind of reorganize, because there are some cubby holes here that are getting a bit messy, and I want to rejig a few things. I think that's probably a good idea. So that'll be next week's hangout. And yeah, we'll have a rejig, and we'll slot these lovelies in as well. They've all got flowers on them, which is why none of them are immediately going into the leaf collection, but I'm sure a couple of these will get made at some point this year. Schnickin, little sneaky to schnick it in. Lisa says, how are the new pain meds going? I haven't got them yet. I've just been recommended to try a bunch of them. Anti-neuropathic medicines. So I've had, let's see, I had amitriptyline before, so they're going to put me on nortriptyline this time. Mirtazapine, probably saying that incorrectly. I tried gabapentin and pregabalin last time. They did absolutely nothing for me, so they have said that I shouldn't try those again. Plus, those two can also become, you can build a tolerance up to them and become addictive, so they said not to try those ones. And then the last one was duloxetine. So yeah, I've got a whole host of things to try, and we shall see. We shall see. Fingers crossed. What would be nice is actually some of these are to be taken at night. Something that would actually let me sleep would be really nice. That would be really, really nice. I think the only drugs they gave me last time that actually work were the sleeping pills, and you obviously can't take those long term. So yeah, but we'll see. The Caroline says gabapentin made me so sick. Yeah, me too. It made me feel groggy, woozy, like, and still in pain. It was just like all the worst side effects and then still in pain. It was like, what is the point? Apparently I'm supposed to give these 8 weeks, at least 4 weeks, but I'm supposed to give them 8 weeks to start working. So we'll see. We shall see. But like I say, they're writing a letter to my GP who will then prescribe for me. So we shall see. Where did I get to with the chat? Where did I get to with the chat? Trista says, I have been staring at the tote bag behind you. Will you shoe it? I'm becoming a little obsessed. It looks so nice. Oh, you mean this one? Show it. You mean this one? If you watched my video the other day, all the bags I've ever made, this was my interpretation of the Dior book bag, which is around £2,000. This is not the finished version that I want to do a sew along for, but there will be a sew along. I use this daily. I use this every single day. It carries all of my stuff. So my camera, my notebook, my pencil case, all that sort of stuff. It carries it to and from the house for me. Yes. So yeah, this thing is amazing. I absolutely love it, and like I say, I use it daily. And this fabric came from Ibiza, and I embroidered my name on it with my machine, because my machine does embroidery. So yes, I love that thing. It's awesome. Like I say, it's not quite what I would want to put out as a sew along. I want to tweak it and try it again, but I have a plan for that. So at some point there will be one of those coming. Anna says, I was supposed to be taking down conservatory blinds and replacing them with made drapes. However, your live is far more fun and enabling. I don't know what you mean about the enabling, Anna. What could you possibly mean? You got enough? You got that other piece as well. You got to do sleeves, don't forget.
I've got to do a collar.
Yeah, but do sleeves first. You can always piece the back of a collar.
Okay.
There's definitely enough for you to piece the back of a collar if you can't cut it on the fold, and maybe even piece like you cut the top one on the fold and then the bottom one pieced, as it were.
So I'll only do short sleeves again. These looked all right.
Yeah, they look lovely. And you've got that bit behind you as well.
Yeah.
Have you ironed that bit yet?
No.
Okay. Claire says, we haven't met yet, hoping to do a retreat once husband has heart surgery out the way. That's why I remember your name, Claire. Yes, I remember. But yes, fingers crossed, touch wood. I know he's waiting for a date, isn't he? So touching wood. The cutting table is actually wood, not just IKEA furniture, so it works. It was under the piece of fabric you just. It was under there. I saw it. And you had it in your hand. You put it on the floor. No, she put it over there. Yeah, check with the other bit how much you've got to see what length of sleeve you can do. Marie says, must tell you, Sian, I didn't even feel the acupuncture needles. They are so thin and delicate. Good luck. Thank you. Yes, that's what I've been told by many people. So I am hoping, whilst it might not be like the miracle thing that I'm thinking it might be, I'm hoping that it will be at least relaxing and pleasant. I've been told that it's that at the very least. So we'll see. Fingers crossed, like I say, touch wood. Haley says, duloxetine is Cymbalta. I'm on it for fibromyalgia pain. I hope it works for you. And like I say, I've got a whole host of these to work my way through. So Lisa says, definitely give acupuncture a go. It really helped my shoulder pain. Ooh, that is a nice bag. I love the kind of like serious advice. Ooh, pretty. Totally like me. So yes. Articulate says, yes, show. I love that bag. Thank you. Jenny says, have fun to sew with your mum. Did your mum teach you to sew?
Not really, did I? I sewed for you.
Yes. I remember I've told this story before as well. There's a story time on my channel. Again, there's another video if you would really like to know about how I got into sewing. But I remember, I think Mum had got fed up of me cutting up her clothes and using, and there was a Vogue book with a Baker Boy cap in it. And I don't know why I thought this was appropriate, but I took a velvet skirt out of Mum's cupboard and cut it up to make this Baker Boy cap. I have no idea why I thought that was appropriate. It was in Elmswell, so I wasn't that old. I wasn't young. I should have known better.
Yes. I didn't even notice. I just wondered where it was. I didn't realise you'd done it.
Oh, I thought that was the impetus behind.
You.
I thought that was the impetus behind taking me to the fabric shop.
It might have been.
Yeah, because Mum took me to the fabric shop to get me. It's on the table. She took me to the fabric shop to get a pattern and fabric so I could make something, and it was going to be I picked the pattern and the fabric. It was a stretch jumpsuit, and I, being the stubborn child that I was, got it into my head that this fluorescent pink stretch fabric was what I should have it out of. And Mum and the lady were trying to persuade me to go for black and then use that as like the accent for the belt and stuff. And I was like, nope. If I can't, because I think I'd picked one that was floral but not wide enough.
Yeah.
And if I couldn't have the floral one I wanted, I was going to have this bright pink, like literally fluorescent pink.
Yeah,
So
it was awful.
fluorescent pink. And
Awful.
it was a stretch one as well. I had no idea about sewing with stretch. I don't know if you did. But
No,
so
no,
like
I didn't
got this
know.
knit fabric. I think I got it cut out and then it stayed in pieces in a bag and never to see the light of day again.
Did it never get
No,
made?
it never got made.
You still got the pieces?
No, gosh, no. That would be hilarious though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Make it now. But no, I think I realised that hot pink was not the idea. But I was being stubborn. I was just like, I remember really liking this floral one and it not being wide enough, and you'd had to have bought a lot more of it. So it was just like, get the wide one, and then I wouldn't get black. I was like, no, I want pink. It never got made.
You were into pink.
I was into
We
pink.
used to say that, didn't we?
We did, yes. So I think it would be somewhat fair to say that I helped teach you garment sewing. Mum got me
reintroduced me. I did learn at school.
Yeah.
I made a nightie, and then I made lots of yours and James's clothes when you were little, which was nice. And then I forgot all about it.
Yes, and you picked quilting up when you were out in Saudi, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
made a dress.
Yes, which is now a bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was too short.
Yes. But hopefully I've been slightly helpful with some of my little tips and tricks.
No,
and
you've
things.
Definitely reinvigorated my desire to sew.
Mum hasn't sewn clothes for herself for a very long time, over a year. Everything that she's sewn since we've been here has been either for other people or the house.
Yeah.
And so the shirt she made yesterday is the first thing she's made in a while, because she kept trying to get dress patterns out. Which you did a muslin last year, didn't you? But we didn't. It was a lot of changes that needed to be made to that.
Yeah. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, and I kept trying to persuade her to make the 8577 again in the fabric that James and I bought her for that purpose. But she's not a bigger fan of the dress as I thought she was. Because
too much material in the skirt for me.
Yes. My theory is if you lose your sojo, you should do a tried and true. And I thought the 8577 was a tried and true for Mum, but it turns out it's not. But she has perfected the Vogue shirt that she's doing. What's the number of the Vogue shirt? Your pattern's under your purple.
9029.
No, can you grab the pattern? It's under the purple folder. Under the purple folder. Yeah. So 9029. So technically this was actually a gift for me from Rachel for my pattern swap, and Mum stole it and then insisted that it was hers. So I bought myself a copy. And I've written Rachel's name on it, and I've got a video of me receiving it from Rachel as part of my pattern swap. And I'm very happy for Mum to have her own copy. It's not a problem at all. But she insisted that I was like, no, it's mine. And it's like, actually, Mother, no. No. But it is a very, very nice shirt. And I haven't made this one yet. But Mum's perfected the fit, really likes it. And your uniform, as it were, is a shirt and a pair of trousers, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And you feel nice and put together in it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's like me, it's an over-the-top dress. I'm always overdressed, but that's just how I feel comfortable. And so Mum's tried and true now is this shirt pattern. And she's definitely got the bug again because she made one yesterday and she's currently cutting out the second. So
I still like the Amelias.
The Amelias are very nice.
Wearing them.
You have, and you don't need to wear those with a skirt.
No.
But they do look very nice. So Jenny says fluoro pink is always in style. I kind of wish I'd made that thing, or if I hadn't made it, I wish we still had it so that I could remake it now. But it was dance spandex or something. Oh God. Jojo says, afternoon all, hope you're all well. Very well, thank you, Jojo. How are you? Anna says, how long from what you can remember when it was that you got the fabric purchasing bug? Can you remember your first proper stash, and do you still have any of the fabric from it? I've always had a fabric stash. Mum used to bring me back stuff from her travels abroad frequently, and I had an IKEA box under my bed, and that was the extent of my fabric stash. And I found eBay. I bought a computer. I bought a home computer. I got Final Fantasy 11 on it, so I found online gaming and World of Warcraft. And then I found eBay, and I found vintage dresses from America, because the vintage that we have in the UK was nothing like the vintage that you can get in America. And I then discovered fabric, and I remember I still got some of them now. I bought oh god, the guy that does the ones that do the pin-up fabrics. I have loads of them. I discovered, I want to say Robert Kaufman, but it's not. Michael Miller?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Miller.
Robert Kaufman, they're sort of...
Yeah, it's not Robert Kaufman though. But I bought some comic book fabric in colour and in black and white. I still have both of those ones. And I also found bark cloth Hawaii, and I still have some of those. And if you look at my video, my UFO projects, I sewed them all up. I've got evidence on my blog of some of my first sort of sewing adventures when I got back into it, which was about 12 years ago now, maybe 11 years ago. And I was terrible, and they're awful, and I've still got some of them. And like I say, there is a video showing you what the insides of those look like, and it's not good. And when I got back into it this time round, it was actually Superwoman, Amber from Superwoman, who also does Forever Amber. She was a blogger, and she did a shoe challenge, which was you had to wear every pair of shoes you owned within a year, or you had to sell them on. So I was doing the shoe challenge, and that's how I came across Roisin of Dolly Clackett. And Dolly Clackett had been making her own Anna dresses. So I bought the Anna pattern. I followed the By Hand London tutorial for a full bust adjustment. And I made my very first dress in a quilting cotton. It was green with gold 4-leaf clovers on it. And I got that fabric from Etsy. And I still have that dress. It doesn't fit anymore. It's too small. I hated how the original skirt came out, so I bought more fabric and made a circle skirt, and yeah, haven't looked back since. And that was 8 years ago now, maybe 7, maybe 9 years ago. But Alexander Henry, thank you, Danny. That's exactly who I was looking for. Alexander Henry. He's the one that does the pinup girl prints, and I have a lot of them. But he was, yeah, I have a lot of them. But yes, I've done a story time video of how I got into sewing, and I have done a UFO videos of my early makes as well. If you would like some hilarity and having a look at the insides and the fact that I had no idea about grain lines and my hems were turned once and raw on the inside, and yeah, so if you would like to have a little bit of a laugh, check out those videos on my channel. Let's see. Noelia's here. Hi, Sean, Jane, and Peeps. Hope you're all well. Very well, thank you, Noelia. How are you? Sal's here, says, I had to cosplay Joe and just finished the main structure of my Sandman Dream Helm after not touching it for about 6 months. I can now wear it. I have just to do the detailing now. Very cool. Leslie says, what would you say is the best fabric to use for bags for a complete bag making beginner? I would say quilting cottons, but bear in mind that they are going to come out smooshy. If you use the correct interfacings, then you will be fine. I have to say, Erica's patterns, Lavender and Twine, I made my first one the other day, the Harai. I've read them all. They're really, really simple patterns. The videos that go along with them are incredibly well thought out and done as well. I had the written pattern. I had the actual designer physically sat in this seat, and I was over there, and I didn't need to ask her once for help. The pattern was that well written. So I think that's a real testament to it. And Erica designs her patterns and interfacing combinations to be used with quilting cottons. Denim is a really good one. So you could use a quilting cotton and then denim as like the accent one. So if you were making the net handbag, I wouldn't recommend that for a first pattern though. But if you, for example, if you were, you could use the denim for the accent panels and then the quilting cotton for like the main panel fabric. Vinyl is one of those things that at some point, if you want to make bags with vinyl, you're just going to have to make a bag with vinyl. And my tip is to, when you've cut everything out, let's see, I think it's right behind you. No, it's over there. It's fine. But when you cut everything out, you'll end up with some scraps, and take those scraps and practice your top stitching on them, your construction stitch. Fold it over so you're sewing through the 4 layers and see what length of stitch you like, see what threads you like. Experiment before you start making with the bag itself. But so twills, canvases, the denims, quilting cottons with the right interfacing behind them. They're all fine for bag making, especially for experimentation with bag making if you're getting into it. So yeah. HK Berry says, joining for the first time. My mum sewed extensively and I fell in love with fabrics. Have loads from India and China especially. Started sewing again in lockdown. Loving it. Oh, awesome. Noelia says, how did Jane get into sewing? You were taught at school, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, I made a night dress and then I made a blazer and a long skirt.
Wow.
I was really proud of them. They were in a, what do you call it, wool?
Pendleton?
When it's felted. Boiled.
Very nice. Yeah.
They were gorgeous. I don't know where they went.
Yeah.
How do you do?
I'm kind of glad that I got into it so recently, so that I do still have my first proper make. I still have like the ones before that as well, but the first one I'm properly proud of, I still have. I mean, going back and looking at it now, the zip is not remotely invisible. I really need to like revisit that and stuff like that. But I wore that thing. I passed my driving test in that thing, so it's my lucky dress, and it led me to where I am now. So I'm never going to get rid of that thing. Right, it's 1 o'clock, guys. That's it for the day. Let me give Mum her pattern back so that she doesn't accuse me of stealing it back from her.
But she just might.
Yeah. Noelia says, I'm well, thanks. Been cutting out the fabric for the second toile of the 7974 bodice. I'm going through the stage where I'm thinking, who am I kidding? I don't know what I'm doing phase. Follow the tutorial and fully line it, because not fully lining it just makes it so difficult to sew it neatly on the inside, in my opinion. And raise up the front neckline unless you do want a super plunging dress, because oh my goodness, that thing is cleavage-tastic. Cleavage-tastic. The dog is not happy. Christine says, we had to make our own gym skirts and cookery aprons in school. I remember finishing my friend's skirt in year 3. Lol. Yeah, I decided to do craft design and technology instead of home economics at school. I didn't want to do sewing at school. I did woodwork and graphic technical drawing. That was what really appealed to me, was the technical drawing side of things, but woodwork came with it, so I was pretty much the only girl in the class. That was fun. Natalie says, have a lovely time. Thank you. And Anna says, thank you so much and have a wonderful day, Jane and Sian. Thank you for joining us, guys. Like I say, there will be a hangout next week as well. I will be rearranging the fabric stash, because when am I not rearranging the fabric stash, titivating and stuff? So yeah, definitely think I need to kind of plan things a little bit better. I think I need to move my bag making stash over here and the quilt fabrics over there, because that's the thing that happens the least often. So yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a rearrange and a switch around in here. That will be next Sunday, and I have my interview with Erica going up on Saturday. There will be a giveaway in that video as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And hopefully I will do enough stuff that there might be 2 interesting waffles for you coming out on Tuesday and Thursday as well. So thank you for joining us. I will see you next weekend for the live, and I will see you during the week for some more waffle. Now I've got to try and end it all gracefully, which is always difficult. The dog's really not happy. Bye.
Bye. I haven't got enough for